Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for being here. If you're new, hello, my name's Patty. Today's video is gonna be a reading vlog. I'm excited just because the past few days I feel like I haven't made the time to read and I'm kind of like itching to read a lot. And this is definitely gonna be a big motivating factor for me. The book that I'm gonna focus on is the Hunger Games prequel. So I mentioned before in my last video, which was a collective book haul, where I included this book because I bought it over this past weekend. I am attempting to finish this by either like Wednesday or Thursday or Friday of this week because my roommates come back on Tuesday from their Thanksgiving break and we want to go watch that new movie together, but I obviously want to finish this book before I go watch the movie. And I'm currently only 36 pages in, so not very far, but you know, hopefully I can finish that. Anyways, thanks so much for watching and let's get into it. Hello friends, I'm back. I'm sorry about the lighting situation. It probably doesn't look that great in here. But to be fair, it is almost 9 p.m. Sorry if the camera's moving. Iris is trying to move the tripod out of the way or just, you know, sniffing around here. But I've gotten to page 121 and my thoughts so far, it is such a good book. Even though I'm only 121 pages in, I feel like it's already so good. There's not been a single point in this book where I've been bored at all. Like, I mean, not necessarily that I experienced boredom with any of the books that I've loved previously, but it's just like every single part of this book, both like the sentences and the scenes that are going on, are all so captivating and it's like so exciting. And it honestly also brings back a lot of feelings of nostalgia with, you know, the Hunger Games books that we all read in like middle school and whatnot, depending on how old you are. But it's just crazy how much I can feel like I remember from the books, just like references to like the Avoxes and just like how the Capitol is run and whatnot, and you know how this, considering it's a prequel and like everything that's like building up to what the Hunger Games was when we read all those books and all those movies came out. It's so good. And Suzanne Collins, she never misses. Like, this is so good. And I think 89 pages that I read went by so fast, and it was honestly so hard to put the book down. Everything is just going so quickly. And it's kind of funny, there was actually like one scene in particular when I was reading it, I literally gasped. I wish I got my reaction on camera, but it was pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this book so far. But anyways, thanks for checking in with me today. It's Sunday, tomorrow will be Monday. And yeah, I'll let you guys know my update tomorrow. Hello friends, it is Monday, November 27th. It is almost 5 p.m. I got home from work at around 4:30 and I just took Iris on like a 20-30 minute walk. And now I'm gonna keep reading. Considering it's 5 p.m. and the only thing I have to do today is eat and pick up my roommate Emily from the airport, which will take like 30 minutes. I don't think today will be hard. I think Wednesday is gonna be the hardest just because I have a work happy hour that day, so I'm only gonna have like 2 or 3 free hours after that to eat and read and take Iris out and whatnot. So yeah, I'll update you once I finish reading.
are insane. This is what I call mental illness.
Hello friends, short reading update. It's still Monday, 9:32 p.m. We are about 30 minutes before I usually go to bed, but just because I've been a bit busy with like eating dinner, walking my dog, picking up my roommate, I think I'm gonna stay up a little later than usual, but it's worth it. So, no biggie, I will update you guys tomorrow.
Hello. It is Tuesday, November 28th, 4:44 p.m. I just got back from work and I wanted to update you guys on my last read before I keep reading for today. So last night I finished reading at about 10:30, which is 30 minutes past my typical bedtime. But the only thing I feel like I have to say is that I feel like because there's so many like flashbacks to the main character, Coriolanus. I feel like since there's so many flashbacks to his past, it's kind of hard to keep up with the timeline and, you know, like how far the Hunger Games are in terms of like what is going on at that point in time. So yeah, I would say that's the only thing that I'm like, not so sure about. But besides that, everything's going really well. And Iris wanted to join, so yeah, good so far.
Hello friends, sorry I look crazy. It is Thursday, 8:14 p.m. Also, I didn't film yesterday because I didn't read it all. We had friends over after work and I also had to work happy hour, so I had literally no time to read. But today, I had to get up at 4 a.m. because I had to be at work at 6. So I think I'm gonna go to bed early, probably around like 9:30. But I have read a little bit today. I'm like right after the halfway point, so yeah, and I'm gonna try to finish this by Saturday at 12, or probably Saturday at like 11 or 10, because we decided that we're gonna go watch the movie at 12 on Saturday, so I have to finish half of this book by then, which I don't think will be too crazy, but it'll definitely be a crunch just because, you know, work and whatnot, and because I'm going to bed early too. But overall, the book is really good. I mentioned this before, but I feel like I never get bored. And also because of the fact that like most of us have already been introduced to this world of Hunger Games. Like we already have a pretty good idea of what's going on, like the world building and everything. So it's already like just like so interesting right off the bat. One thing though, I'm just like confused about the timeline because it's like halfway through the book, like the Hunger Games is almost over, so I'm like, what else is gonna happen? I mean, obviously if like, you know, the main character and his love interest are the ones that win, like what happens after that, you know? So I'm just a little bit confused about what's gonna go on in the next half of the book, but it's really good so far. And it's nice that this is kind of already out as a movie, or even if it was just like a trailer, having an idea of like people in your head that you already know play that character. Like I didn't even have to imagine what these people look like myself, like because I'm already just thinking of the actors who play those characters, you know, except for the side characters. Like I don't really know who plays who, but you know, just not relevant, but it's really good so far. I'm enjoying it, so that's my update, and I'm just gonna keep reading.
It's Friday, December 1st. Happy December. November flew by. But I got home around like 3:30 p.m. I think it's now like 5. And I am now on page 326. And I just got to part 3 of the book. And this is where things really take a turn. And I'm like, no, why? Like, I mean, nothing really horrible has happened. Like, some good things have happened and some bad things have happened. But like those good and bad things that have happened are just so like, like frustrating. And it's like, why? Like, I just really hate some of the characters in these books, which is typical of the Hunger Games, because like obviously some of these characters are actually so horrible, and that's why the Hunger Games exist. But you know, yeah. So it's just it's really grinding my gears. So yeah, I now have about like I have 190 pages left. Once again, I'm trying to finish this before tomorrow at like 11. So, but I think I can do it. My friends and I are going to a volleyball game tonight at Stanford. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm probably going to be able to read for 1 more hour before we have to go. Or probably not even a full hour. I'm probably only going to have 30 minutes before we have to leave. But then maybe tonight, depending on how much energy I have, I can keep reading after we come back. And then depending on how much I have left tomorrow, I may have to wake up early just to get enough reading time in. But either way, I don't know how this is gonna end. Like, I really don't. And I kind of made the mistake yesterday of attempting to watch the trailer, and it kind of spoiled like what happened in part 3. And so I'm like, ugh. But also, like, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it did, you know, it was kind of a turning point. So a little mad at myself for doing that. But otherwise, I have mostly stayed away from spoilers, so that's good. So yeah, I will update you guys later. It's Sunday, December 3rd, and I have some unfortunate news to tell you. I ended up not finishing the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes before I had to watch the movie. Then I still have about 100 pages left. I think a little more actually. I'm on page 391 and there's I think 517 pages, so a little less than 130 pages left. So yeah, I'm unhappy that I did that, but you know, I just couldn't do it. I didn't have enough time. I would have slept less, and I did. I actually fell asleep at like almost 2 a.m. and got up at like 7:30 to keep reading, but we watched the movie at like 12 when we did brunch before. But oh well, you know, it's okay. It's in the past. I'm still gonna keep reading the book, but I want to relay my thoughts about the movie. Overall, this is kind of hard not to do considering like the movie was already 2.5 hours, but I feel like certain parts of the movie were just rushed in general, and a lot of, I feel like, important parts in my opinion in the book were kind of glazed over, just didn't happen at all, or just, you know, were done differently. And so I feel like if I didn't read the book, I would have thought the movie was really good, and I do think it was a good villain origin story for President Snow. But yeah, I feel like the biggest thing in my opinion that kind of just like, and I mean, this isn't a spoiler because you know he turns bad, but I just feel like knowing his inner thoughts in the book and you know what he's thinking, his intentions and whatnot, I feel like the point in the movie in which you start seeing him turn evil and start like having bad intentions, doing bad things, I feel like doesn't align well with what actually happened in the book. I know where I ended off in the book, and at that point I feel like he was still pretty good. He had good intentions, you know, was doing things for mostly the right reason, you know, like obviously he wasn't 100% good, like nobody is 100% good, everyone has bad intentions every once in a while, like nobody's perfect, and he definitely is far from perfect, but I just feel like kind of rushed him into becoming evil and started making him become bad earlier on in the movie than what was happening in the books. So I feel like that mostly was what caught me off guard and, you know, made me not enjoy the movie as much. But overall, it was a good movie. I feel like the Hunger Games in general, it's just like, even if they change things a bit here and there for like the production purposes, and also just because obviously they can't make it that much longer than a 2.5 hour movie, because that's already a pretty long time. But yeah, overall I would give the movie like a 3.5, 3.75, but this is like a 4 or 4.25. So far I still, you know, have about 130 pages left. But either way, I'm gonna keep filming myself reading and giving you my spoiler-free thoughts and reactions. So yeah, I will see you, or no, actually I'm gonna keep filming me reading right now. But yeah, let's see how far I get tonight, and then I think I can probably either finish it tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday. Hey guys, it's Monday, December 4th. I got back from work about 30 minutes ago, and I only ended up reading like 30 pages last night just because, you know, I was tired and I needed to go to bed by like 10, just because I wake up at like 6 a.m. for work. But I am determined to finish the last 100 pages today. So I will update you guys as they go, and hopefully this goes well, and hopefully I'm not, you know, very surprised by the ending. Hopefully it's pretty similar to what happened in the movie, but if not, I'll let you know. But yeah, I will let you guys know how this goes. I'm on page 499. That means there's 18 pages left. The end. I hate him. I think that's all I have to say about the ending. You know all my other thoughts. Men are so emotionally unstable. Except for my boyfriend, of course, he's very emotionally stable, but everyone else, every other man that exists, emotionally unstable. Good night, and thanks for